We will, for sake of everything, we'll start with Mike Singer here.
Of course.
What is this, comedy hour? What's going on here?
No, I'm just in a good mood, man. I won 2 games in a row.
I hear you. It was kind of funny. I listened to last night's press conference, and we did not ask you one question about Nikola Jokic, despite 35, 15, and 6 and 3. And we all see the offense. That part is pretty glaring and gaudy. But defensively, he had the 3 steals. He had a big block on the 15-0 run in the fourth quarter. Is there more nuanced improvement that you're seeing on the defensive end from, I don't know, where he was to kind of the engagement and the effort that we've seen on that side at this juncture? Yeah,
there's no doubt. If you look at from year 1 all the way through today, year 6, there's been tremendous improvement. And I think the word that you use, Mike, is a key one: engagement. Understanding that he is the anchor of our defense. He's got to be the best communicator on the floor. He's got to cover up the mistakes. We know that he's not going to be the shot blocking athlete, but he has to be in tune with angles, using the rule of verticality, protect the rim. He has great anticipation. He has great hands. And when he's locked in and engaged, he's a really good defender, and he allows us to be a much better defensive team. As I mentioned after the game, I thought first quarter and fourth quarter, our defense was great. Second quarter, it was horrific. And third quarter was not very good either. So that continues to be our biggest focus and challenge, is finding a way to defend for 48 minutes. And tomorrow night against Dallas, that is going to be a great challenge.
All right, we'll go to Kendra Andrews.
Hey, Michael, I have a non-basketball question for you. And I know last night ahead of the game, you said, sometimes it's hard to look outside of this basketball bubble that we are in sometimes. But I was wondering if you had any reaction to what has been occurring at the Capitol building in DC this morning. Because I know that you've been very vocal all summer about what's been going on in this country.
Yeah, it's funny, man. This is like 2 days in a row. Literally, no, we get to the office early. We meet as a staff. We plan. We watch film. We try to get our guys ready for practice today. And I just found out about that, Kendra, as I was walking off the floor, coming out here to speak to you guys. Cody Wise let me know that there are Trump supporters overtaking the Capitol. Showed me a few pictures of it. It looks like it's they called in the National Guard. So it's kind of a crazy time in the nation's capital. Before practice today, today was Will Barton's birthday, is Will Barton's birthday. So we celebrated that. But we also talked about what happened in Kenosha, Wisconsin yesterday with the verdict with the police officer who shot Jacob Blake in the back 7 times, getting off. And we had a brief discussion on that, but I'm just kind of getting all this information about the state capitol. Yesterday, obviously down in Georgia with the elections, big moment with the Democrats, I believe, winning that in the final polls, which will have a tremendous impact on the Senate and our next presidency. So there's so much going on, and I reminded our players about that. Myself, our team, we get so caught into our day-to-day jobs and basketball and trying to win a game, and that's what we get paid to do. But we have to find ways to take a step back and to really feel what's going on in the world. COVID is still running wild and had a tremendous impact around this globe. The Black Lives Matter movement has been kind of pushed to the side, it seems, because of COVID. But we can't let that continue to happen. We still have to keep that in the forefront of our minds and our actions. And Paul Millsap spoke up today, and he talked about making sure we all continue to find ways to use our voice and our platform to affect change in a positive manner. And that's all we can do. Educate ourselves, be aware, and try to affect change in a positive light. And if we do that, we're contributing to something bigger than ourselves.
All right, we'll go to Chris Dempsey.
Hey, Coach. Well, it sounds like that was a really good, productive conversation with the team earlier today. I'm going to switch this back a little bit to basketball, and I did want to talk about your. I know it was it's bad coming out after this, but the free throw shooting has gone up. Your attempts have gone up almost 7 per game from last year. And that is, I mean, that's significant. Why has that changed so dramatically so quickly?
You know what's funny about that is that after the game last night, I was looking at the stat sheet, and I had no idea that we attempted 45 free throws. And, you know, we only shot 25 threes. And I think part of that was we got to the foul line so much, but 45 free throws is a tremendous number. It was a big point of emphasis going into the season. Last year, we were in the bottom 5 in free throw rate and free throw attempts per game. And so I think it's a byproduct of it being a point of emphasis. It's a byproduct of us playing a lot smaller, putting a lot more ball handling guards on the floor that can get to places on the floor, that can get to the cup and put pressure on the defense. We're trying to play faster and look to attack in transition when we can after makes, misses, turnovers. So I think all those reasons combined, Demps, are allowing us to be at a higher free throw rate than we were last season. And that's a good thing. That is a stat that we hope continues, because that means that you're playing in an attack mentality. You're getting to the line that allows you to set your defense. And, you know, we've gotten a lot of teams in foul trouble, getting into the bonus early, which is something that you always want to try and do.
All right, we've got time for one more. We'll end with Christos Saltas.
Hello, Coach. Hello from Greece. I
Hello.
have a two-part question for you. The first one is how you evaluate Facundo Campazzo's presence so far in the season, and the second part is about the last hour's situation with the charges, with the news about the police officer of Jacob Blake. How you handle the situation in the locker room? How's the atmosphere about that in the locker room?
Yeah, well, to your first question, Christos, and it's good to hear from you all the way from Greece. Facu has just been getting better and better. You know, as I mentioned after the game, you know, Michael Porter's been out due to COVID protocols. That has opened up more minutes. We've gone to more of a small ball lineup, playing Paul Millsap at the 5, JaMychal Green at the 5. And I thought Facu, not just offensively, but defensively, has been a difference maker. I thought his defense on D'Angelo Russell was very impressive last night. His ability to get downhill, get to the rim, make plays for his teammates, knock down open threes. He has taken advantage of the opportunity given to him these last couple of games, and that's been great to see. Regarding the situation in Kenosha, Wisconsin, you know, my job as a head coach and one of the leaders of this team is to constantly bring up discussion topics, talk about it, make sure our players are aware, and see if there's anything that they want to get off their chest and speak on. I can't speak for our players, but the feel that I get is that there continues to be frustration because you see the same results over and over. A police officer, excessive force and violence, whether it be killing someone or in this case, paralyzing someone, and then there are no repercussions, they get off. So I give our players the lay of the land, let them speak on that, and continue to try and educate them. And I think if we continue to use our platforms, continue to educate one another, and as I mentioned earlier, continue to try to bring about positive change, things will get better, not only in our community, but across this nation.
All right, that'll do it. Thanks for sitting down with us, Coach.
Appreciate it. Yep, thank you.